the description bar. I almost forgot the most important question that I've been thinking about for 2 days. When you were making the film, This is Spinal Tap, can you give us a scene where, because I know it's improv. When we talked before, I thought it was kind of ad-libbed or whatever, but I mean, I couldn't believe, you know, people could act that perfectly from a script. You definitely would know. And you told me it was improv. You taught me that. So is there one scene in This is Spinal Tap or two where everybody just burst out laughing after you did your scene and the director yelled cut?
The director, Rob Reiner. Yeah, I mean, first of all, there's a big difference between ad-libbing and improvising.
Right.
And it can be best summed up as ad-libbing is talking and improvising is about listening. You are responding to what you've just heard.
Right.
As opposed to, I got this great joke and I'm going to say it now. So there is that distinction. But yes, I think it's fair to say that the scene where Fred Willard, the aforementioned Mr. Willard, is our host in an Air Force base and is as uncomfortable as a human being can be, except the discomfort that he then puts us through. And I've never been in any scene with Fred Willard where I didn't explode with laughter after the director yelled cut, and all of us had that same reaction. It was just, you're never really prepared for what Fred Willard would come up with. That was a great example of it. We all just broke totally.
What was it that he said? He said, you know, we'll get you on early so we can get you out of here. Was that something?
It was the whole thing. It was just the whole, you know, I'm a big fan of yours, not your band.
The genre.
You know, all that stuff. It was just a succession of absurdities that came rolling at us. And at the end, we just had to explode with laughter.
That's awesome. Yeah.
We've got time to go to the hotel. We're going to go straight to the base.
To the what?
Base?
The to the Civic Arena, right?
No.
It fell through.
We had it.
Wait a second, hold it. Do you know about this and we don't know about this? What are you talking about?
We're going to the Air Force Base.
Why are we going to an Air Force base?
Because the original gig fell through.
Bookstrad, you are Spinal Tap?
I'm Janine Peppercorn. This is Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap, my mistake. I'm Lieutenant Bob Hoekstrad. Welcome to Lindbergh Air Force Base. This is your gentleman's first visit to a military facility. Fine, may I start by saying how thrilled we are to have you here. We are such fans of your music and all of your records. I'm not speaking of yours personally, but the whole genre of the rock and roll and so many of the exciting things that are happening in music today. And let me explain a bit about what's going on. This is our monthly At Ease weekend. It gives us a chance to kind of let down our hair, although I see you all have a head start on it. These haircuts wouldn't pass military muster, believe me. Although I shouldn't talk, my hair's getting a little shaggy too. Better not get too close to you, they'll think I'm part of the band. I'm joking, of course. Shall we go in and I'll show you around? Walk this way, please, right through here. Did you ever run into a musical group, works out of Kansas City, calls themselves Four Jacks and a Jill? They've been at a Ramada Inn there for about 18 months. If you're ever in Kansas City and you want to hear some good music, you might want to drop by. I would like to get the playing on about 1,900 hours, if that's satisfactory. I make it now, it's about 1,830 hours.
So that's what, 50 hours?
Oh, actually 20 hours.
That's actually about 30 minutes, about a half hour, give or take, just a few minutes. I don't want to rush you. The idea is if we can get it on and we get it over with. And I have just one request, would you play a couple of slow numbers so I can dance?
Working on a sex farm, plowing through your bean field, getting out my pitchfork, poking your head.
I won't keep you much longer, but I do have, holy geez, you sent me on in my mind. I'm thinking when you mentioned the wheelchair thing about Disneyland,
Yeah.
wouldn't this be great? And I'm hoping maybe I'll get lucky and somebody watches my little idea. With the Spinal Tap movie, wouldn't it be interesting to have pictures of video of all the three guys, Harry, Shearer, Christopher, Michael, and they're all talking. All you can see is their upper body, and they're saying, yeah, you got to go in there. You got to get along. We want to make some money. And then they all do it. The next scene you see is they're all being wheelchaired in.
Yeah, that would be really good, when they might steal that idea.
Well, if they steal it, I want royalties.
That they get wheeled up to, so they can board.
Yeah,
and then
they're
all
stage.
flying coach, right? They're flying coach, and they want to get on the plane first so they can put their guitar up above and their carry on, So that would be brilliant.
And then the big production before the show starts, everybody's waiting for them, and then they have all these their nurses wheel them up to the mics.
Yeah, oh no, that would be great.
Oh,
that would be great. And one guy doesn't make it up. Harry Shearer, right? Like he got locked in the pod.
Yeah.
His nurse doesn't show up, so he's wheeling himself up to the mic.
What happens is, what I would say is, the nurse keeps pushing it doesn't work, but he's got the fucking brakes on the wheelchair.
Right. There you go. And they're waiting to come on after me at the Normo Dome. We're playing the Normo Dome again. And they're going to come up and they're going to follow me. I go out with a cane, my little cane Ramo. And in fact, I got him here. I'll show you what he looks like.